Hello everyone, this is Mrs. Malik. I'm going to run through a quick preparation for testing, which is Tuesday, April 14th. We'll be doing this online with TestNav. It's the exact same app that we used in the fall for the pre-ACT that you took, so we're just going to run through setup for that again so that your computer is ready to roll. There's a slight difference between the freshman pre-ACT and the sophomore pre-ACT, so the next two slides are going to show you the number of questions and how many minutes each one of those tests is. This is for freshmen. And here's your sophomore test. So now we're going to take a look at TestNav. You're going to access TestNav from the app screen. That shows you a picture of what the login looks like for that. But right now, just to note, you're not going to log into your Chromebook. You're going to open the Apps tab, select the appropriate TestNav icon. On test day, you'll receive an authorization ticket, which will have a username and an identification number or a password on it for you. And then you'll follow instructions from your proctor to proceed through the exam. Right now, we're going to complete the system check to make sure that the Chromebooks are ready to roll. So I want you to log out of your Chromebook now if you are logged in, and I will give you a moment to do that. So this is what your screen should look like here. If you've logged out, you're going to access the Apps tab, which is in the lower left-hand quadrant of your Chromebook. When you click on that, you'll pull up a bunch of apps. You're going to select TestNav. I'm not exactly sure where it is in the drop-down or in that pop-up there, but it's one of them. So you're going to click on TestNav. It's going to open up the TestNav app for you. And then you're going to select Pre-ACT. Now, if you don't see this screen when you open your TestNav, if you don't see this screen, then you're going to go into the upper right-hand corner and click on that little silhouette guy, and you're going to choose a different customer. Okay, so let me scroll back here for just a quick second. If you don't see that pre-ACT to select, somehow maybe your Chromebook is remembering that you've already done this in the fall. Click on that little silhouette, select choose a different customer, and then it should bring you back to this screen and you can select pre-ACT. So here's the screen that you should get once you go through those steps. You should see the TestNav login screen for the pre-ACT or pre-ACT Secure. You don't have a username and password yet, so you're going to skip that. You're going to go, again, back to the upper right-hand corner and click on that little icon. You're going to select App Check. On the next screen, you're going to select Run App Check. And we're going to see two green check marks I'm pretty confident of. Green is good. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to say Run Network Check. So you've seen these two green check marks. You're going to slide over to Run Network Check. Click on that. Number of devices, it doesn't matter. You don't need to put anything there. And then Start Diagnostics Test. And you'll see test results pass. I'm fairly confident we'll all see that. Then you're going to go back to Sign In. And this is a time where you can take a look at practice tests in TestNav. So underneath that Sign In button, you're going to click on Practice Tests. You are going to see this screen here. There's a TestNav examinee tutorial that you can take a look at, but you can also click on a Pre-ACT 9 or a Pre-ACT 10 secure practice tests. And then you can take each one of those sections. I strongly recommend that you do take some time to go through each one of the sections. If you have accommodations, you can pick one of the untimed tests to take a look at. Looking at these before test day will definitely help you become familiar with the TestNav site so that when you log in to take the test, you already know exactly kind of what you're going to see and how it's going to look. This slide has some links to some ACT practice test questions. It is the ACT, but that's fine. This presentation will be placed into the class of Google pages for both of your graduating classes so that you can access those links and take a look at those practice test questions. If you do have any further questions, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm happy to answer as many as I can.